What's up, y'all? Let's get into it. Let's talk about more energy talk, because it's important. Energy is important. Like I said, we exude energy in everything that we do every day. Everything that we do, I'm exuding energy right now. I'm putting energy into thinking about a topic so I could discuss it and spread knowledge. So that way there's more knowledge out there versus, the typical stuff. So let's talk about energy. Let's talk about the importance of being conscious of where your energy goes and what you do with it. So when it comes to energy and using it, you need energy to accomplish things. You need energy to bring about change. You need energy to do pretty much everything that there is in life. So it's important to be aware of what you put your energy into. A lot of people put their energy into dumb things, and then that's how they end up with stupid stuff. Play stupid games, get stupid prizes. And they're not entirely aware of that. I mean, they are, but they're not cognitive of it. They're not realizing what they're actually doing. And even when you do realize, it's like you gotta work to break habits and break cycles, but that's a whole nother video. So being aware of your energy. Did you know if you grow a plant and you talk to that plant, it could be complete gibberish, all right? But for example, just so you guys could be on page with me, let's say you have a flower or like a nice little house plant. You water it on schedule. You propagate it, pull out all the dead leaves. You constantly amend the dirt or in the soil for it. And it's still not quite growing as you want it to. If you were to take just a few seconds out of your day and just tell that plant that it's beautiful, that you love it, just all kinds of positive stuff, and just you rinse and repeat that daily. So you take like 30 seconds to a minute to just sit there and give it positive energy and positive affirmations. That plant will then begin to grow beautifully. It will grow like you never thought it would. And I could attest to that. I've seen it firsthand. I've done it. I've literally done it. I had some microgreens that I was growing, and I was just testing it. I was just testing the theory. I was like, okay, y'all say this is what it is, and let's see if that's what it is. And that's what it is, dude. That's what it is. It was beautifully deep green. The leaves weren't just round and circular. They had like this curve going to it, and it came out into a point. I had grown those type of microgreens before, and I had never seen them like that. That's energy. I put the right type of energy into that plant, and I reaped my reward from that plant. You understand what I'm saying? That's the type of power that we hold when it comes to this life that we're living, right? It is important to be aware of the energy that you put out into the world, because you never know how it's going to come back to you. We are like, we are conductive, and we are magnetic. So imagine the things that you want to manifest as metal. But you only attract what is on your frequency in the terms of manifesting. So what you put out there, you get back. So if it's something that is like, that person or whatever that you want, you have to put that energy out there. You can't sit around and be like, all men are this, all women are that. You can't be around sitting like, oh, I'll never find love, and I'll never do this, and I'll never do that, because that's the energy you're putting out. You're pretty much you're pretty much setting yourself up for failure, man. There's no other words for it, man. You're setting yourself up for failure. And then those same people that set themselves up for failure be the main ones complaining, be the main ones crying, be the main ones mad that they don't have the things that they want in their heart. But it's because you're canceling it out. You're putting out BS. This is how the universe works. The universe gives you more of what you already or what you put your attention on. Look at it like how they do the ads, right? They track your ads. They track your what you search and what you look up and the things that you buy and the things that you watch, and then they advertise it back to you. Or like with the YouTube algorithm, they just give you more of it. It's point blank how it works. Point blank. That's how it works. The universe is an algorithm. That's right. The universe is an algorithm. And it's watching what you pay attention to, and it's watching what you like, because you don't pay attention to what you don't like. You don't pay attention to what you don't want. So if you're paying attention to something and you're putting energy in something, you're pretty much telling the universe, no matter even if it's something that you don't want, but it's the fact that you're putting attention and you're thinking about it and you're putting energy into it, the universe is going to read that as, oh, this person wants more of that. So, I mean, this is why you have to be aware of the things that you speak, the way that you act, the things that you think, the things that you eat. You have to be aware of this. It's only the awareness is a tool. You know what I mean? I'm giving you some tools for your toolbox right now, man. So, how can we remain aware about the energy that we're putting out? This is simple, but it's not always easy. You have to be mindful. You have to be mindful. You have to be present. You have to be paying attention. You have to be alert. You know what I'm saying? This stuff is actually second nature to us, but because we become so docile and so stuck in spectator mode, we forgot that we are supposed to be present in order to really live and be in the moment. You have to be in the moment. Being in the moment isn't just being there in that moment, right? It's not just being in the area. It's not just being there in the what's the word? In the event, for lack of a better word. Like okay, wallflowers at parties and stuff like that, dude. Them is the people that be in their heads. They be in their heads the whole time they're at a party. They're at a party, but they're not in the party. Mentally, they're somewhere else. You know, so they're not being mindful. They're not taking advantage of the fact that they're out there in a social setting. They're just in their head, you know, because no matter the setting, even if you're around a bunch of people that you don't necessarily vibe with, or people who aren't necessarily on the same type of stuff that you own, you could still be sociable. You could still be a part of it. You don't have to be sitting on the sidelines and just looking at everybody and just observing. Granted, there is times where that is necessary, but you know, usually you don't have to be, you know, but these people aren't being mindful. They aren't being present. They aren't being in the moment, actually in the moment. How do you do that? How do you work on being in the moment? Easy. Simple and easy. It's the easiest thing you'll ever be able to do. Watch. I'm just here. I'm just being aware. You know? I'm just listening. I'm breathing. I'm taking in the scenery, you know. I'm noticing how I feel, my breath, what I'm touching, the clothes on my body, the hair on my head, covering my forehead, slightly blocking my vision, the skater going by. It's that simple, that easy. I just showed y'all how to do it. It's that easy. Be in the moment. Pay attention to the little details in life. I'm feeling the breeze, you know, on my whole entire body. I'm listening to the cars and the wind in the distance, the small chirpings that the birds are making. I'm seeing how the wind is moving the leaves on these trees. It's that simple. Be mindful. And you could do this anywhere. You could do this in your house. You could do this when you're at an event. And the crazy thing about this, nobody has to know that you're doing it. No one's ever gonna know that you're doing it. To them, you're just being. But the state of being that you're in, they will not be aware of. No one's ever going to be aware of the state of being that you're in. That's another tool that you have. You know what I mean? You have the concealedness of your actual state of being. You know what I mean? Like sometimes it will be on the surface, and that means it needs to be addressed, or you're just expressing in that way. Like if you're angry and you're just walking and someone looks at you and they can just tell that there's something going on with you, you're wearing it. You know what I'm saying? You're wearing your what'd I say? Your state of being. You're wearing your state of being. And then vice versa, if you're happy and you got a smile on your face and you're walking around, you're also wearing your state of being. That's not something that needs to be addressed. You know what I'm saying? That's something that, you know, it just is. You just are happy. You know what I'm saying? Versus like sadness and anger and, you know, depression and those type of things. Those things needs to be addressed because those are roadblocks. Those are things that'll prevent you from going further, from getting things done, from thinking clearly, from being mindful. Those will keep you from being mindful. When you're angry, what are you doing? You're in your head. Literally, you're in your head stewing, being mad about something that happened. Whether it happened in the past or happened recently or it happened last night or happened 5 seconds ago. You're mad. You're angry. That's what your focus is on. Your focus isn't on the scenery. It isn't on the present. And it takes practice. It takes practice to get better at it. We all do it to a degree, man. Otherwise, we wouldn't even be living. We would just be vegetables. You know what I'm saying? We would be just stuck. It would be zombie mode, which is what they want us to be. Not gonna happen. But another way you can do it is focusing on something. I believe in fire meditation. You sit in front of a candle, you light the candle, and you just stare at the flame, and you just watch the flame. That's it. That's all you do. You don't think, you don't talk, you don't move. You just watch the flame. And you just observe the details of the flame. And you'll begin to see things in the flame that you didn't see before. I don't mean no mystical stuff. I mean like details in the fire. You know? Mindfulness. That's the word of the day. Mindfulness. Being mindful. Being aware. Being in the moment. Being here. Because once you successfully are in a state of just being here, you have successfully removed the past and the future from your mind. You know, that's something that holds a lot of people back, because a lot of people are stuck in the past or way too overly concerned about their future. They're so into the future that they can't appreciate what's right now. They're too concerned about what hasn't came yet or what they want to come versus what's here right now. You guys should practice mindfulness to any degree. I don't care if you spend 30 seconds just sitting in the mirror, just looking at yourself, looking at the details in your face and your body. Not looking at it through a lens of, oh, I'm this, or oh, I'm that, oh, I'm so hot, oh, I'm so ugly. Just objectively, unbiasedly, unjudgmentally observing yourself. Word. So I'm gonna leave it off there. Be more mindful. If for nothing else, for yourself. Be more mindful.